Caitlin Clark teams with Wilson to launch first signature basketball collection since Michael Jordan's. Caitlin Clark is doing something no athlete, man or woman, has done since Michael Jordan. She's launching her own signature basketball collection with Wilson. The multi-year partnership and signature collection were announced Tuesday morning. Clark will also become a Wilson brand ambassador and will test and provide feedback on a wide range of Wilson basketball gear. A collection of 3 laser-engraved basketballs, each with a signature Clark moment, are already available on the Wilson website. Threes Up, Record Breaker, and Crowd Maestro. Caitlin Clark has officially launched her own signature basketball collection with Wilson. A first look at the Caitlin Clark Collector's Edition debut series, featuring 3 limited edition basketballs. Wilson has been the official ball of the WNBA since 2021, but that's not why Clark partnered with the company. She's been using Wilson basketballs since she was a kid. "I loved that thing more than anything. My brothers and I would always fight over it," Clark told Boardroom. "That was the best basketball. But I'm just super excited to have a collaboration and create basketballs together that are really cool. I've seen the designs that young girls, boys, whoever can get their hands on and go dribble in the driveway or take it to practice with them." Clark, drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever in April, has yet to notch her first WNBA win. The Fever have lost their first 4 games of the season, 2 against the Connecticut Sun and 2 against the New York Liberty. While Clark left Monday night's game against the Sun with a turned ankle, she returned and appeared to be good to go. She and the Fever will have another chance to capture their first victory on Wednesday against the Seattle Storm. After monumental season, can Caitlin Clark keep fans engaged? Caitlin Clark has had a groundbreaking season, but the big question looms, can she keep the momentum going and fans engaged? Join hosts Rodney Rakai and Samaria Terry as they explore Caitlin's impact on the sport and her ability to maintain the spotlight in upcoming seasons. Dive into this intriguing discussion about the future of Leonard Green. WNBA star Caitlin Clark has to deal with petty players and bigoted fans. Caitlin Clark can't win. On one side of the court, she's catching it from petty players who think the only reason she has achieved rock star status is because she is white. On the other side of the court, she's catching it from critics who think she's not doing enough to denounce the racist backlash against the petty players. Somewhere in the middle, let's call it half-court, Clark has managed to take the women's basketball world by storm, filling sold-out arenas en route to a record-breaking season as the WNBA's Rookie of the Year. But even that was mired in controversy. Clark's Rookie of the Year honor fell 1 vote short, 66-1, of being unanimous.
Why?
Because one anonymous voter decided to vote for Caitlin's top rival and college competitor, Angel Reese, who led the WNBA in rebounding, 13.1 per game, and missed the last couple weeks of the regular season with a broken wrist. Clark, who plays for the Indiana Fever, broke multiple league and franchise records in her first WNBA season, including the single-season record for assists, the rookie scoring record, and most points by a guard in a single season in WNBA history. "I am incredibly honored to be named Rookie of the Year," Clark said in a statement. "But more than that, I am grateful to everyone that supported me throughout this past season." Clark was appropriately humble, but she has been criticized in some circles about the bigotry surrounding her status as the latest great white hope. After the Connecticut Sun bounced her team from the playoffs late last month, Fever fans showered Sun players with hateful remarks. Much of it was aimed at Sun guard Dejounte Carrington, who accidentally poked Clark in the eye. The incident prompted one columnist, USA Today's Christine Brennan, to ask Carrington if the hit was intentional. The WNBA Players Association was so offended by the question that it released a statement calling the question a blatant attempt to bait a professional athlete into participating in a narrative that is false and designed to fuel racist, homophobic, and misogynistic vitriol on social media. Carrington's teammate Alyssa Thomas said the backlash against Black players has been shameful. "I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it," Thomas said in a post-game news conference. Even Clark, tired of the racist flagrant fouls, pushed back. "Nobody in our league should be facing any sort of racism or hurtful, disrespectful, hateful comments and threats," Clark said. "Those are fans, those are trolls, and it's a real disservice to the people in our league. But like a full-court game, the bigotry goes both ways. Like Larry Bird before her, Clark has been the target of jealous, petty black players who pretend that she is only getting the acclaim she is receiving because she is white. But like Bird before her, Clark is that good. But don't hate the player. Don't hate the game either. Hate the narrow-minded fans and the corporate overlords who pit the players against each other. Whose idea was it for Nike to give Clark a shoe deal and do next to nothing to promote her? Was the company afraid of offending the WNBA's black players and fans? And what about the petty players? Don't they realize that Clark is the rising tide that's lifting all their boats? Her endorsement deal, the sold-out arenas, and the television revenue are putting money in their pockets. Ex-NBA player compares Rockets rookie Reed Shepherd to WNBA star Caitlin Clark. Lil Caitlin LOL. Caitlin Clark's LPGA plans hits with upsetting update. Fans left in agony. Do something. Old fans are worried about something, and it is not what you think. Recently, the news hit the golf town that WNBA player Caitlin Clark is going to be at the upcoming golf showdown, and the fans were over the moon with the news. Previously, Clark had revealed that golf was her go-to sport as a child when she wasn't playing soccer, softball, or basketball. I would beg my dad to take me golfing, she shared, so the golf world was excited for a good reason. This is not the first time Clark is making waves in the golf world, as she also participated in the John Deere Classic in 2022 and 2023. However, this time, there is a tiny problem. Fans are worried about how will they catch the action live. Clark is set to take her golf skills to the next level at the Onica Driven by Gainbridge, which is held at the Pelican Golf Club from November 14th to 17th. She will also participate in the Pro-Am on November 13th and appear at the Leadership Summit alongside female golf legend Annika Sorenstam. Expand article logo. Continue reading. WNBA legend Sue Bird doesn't hold back her opinion of Caitlin Clark. WNBA legend Sue Bird recently dropped her A Touch More podcast alongside her co-host Megan Rapinoe, Bird's life partner and U.S. women's soccer legend. During the show, Bird spoke about the recent news in the WNBA community involving playoff viewership. Game 1 of the semifinals between the New York Liberty and Las Vegas Aces drew a staggering 994K viewers, marking the most-watched WNBA semifinal game in 22 years.